Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. This is my video for the second quarter decks that are new to my collection, so from April to June. Also, for those that are following the last 10 decks VR tag, I do have 10 decks plus one. I have 11 decks to show you today. So these are everything I've acquired in about the last 3 months or so. And the first one is going to be the Golden Journey Luxury Edition. Believe it or not, this indie deck showed up the day after I filmed and posted my second quarter deck video. So it just missed it. It was a little late. And yes, this is an AI deck. It's a mid-journey deck for those that missed it or maybe remember it from Kickstarter. And this is a luxury edition because instead of being printed on the black core paper, this is printed on the white core paper, so the colors are brighter. The creators actually offered that as an option to preserve color when they realized the tones were going to be knocked down by like 20%. So good on them for making that available. So moving right along, here is another fun deck that I acquired just on my own. You might recognize the backings. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. This is different from any other witch deck that I have in my collection. I needed more minis, and this is more witchy meets modern in a way, so I opted to buy this. And I'm a little lacking on decks that feel younger, because this feels more teenagey to me. So yeah, we'll see how well that one plays in my collection. I've already utilized the Golden Journey for myself and for others in readings. I haven't used the Everyday Witch Tarot as of yet. And of course, there is the box for the Everyday Witch Tarot for those that are unfamiliar with it. And the next deck here is the Female Archangel Oracle. Okay, I have a story for this one, because this came into my collection due to the fact that my ancestors asked me to go to the store to buy a deck. And of course, I didn't want to go to the store. I actually didn't want to leave the house that day. And I asked them if I could buy it online. They're like, yeah. I was like, well, is it cheaper for me to buy it online? They're like, yeah. I was like, well, can I buy it online? They're like, no. It's like, so you're telling me I have to go to the store? They're like, yes. And then after I got to the store and I kept getting pulled towards this angel deck, which I wasn't prepared to jump into angel decks yet, didn't have the desire to, I understood why they wanted me to be in the store to feel the pull towards this deck. And it's because this is a spectrum of my collection that's not covered yet. I'm not drawn to the angels yet. I'm not looking to fill that niche, and I would have scrolled right past this if I would have been, you know, scrolling on Amazon looking for decks. I would have just been like, no, that's an angel deck. That's not the one they wanted, and I would have kept on going. Okay, and the next deck we are going to talk about is an indie deck. It's foiling on it. It's the Fantasy Garden Tarot. And this is by Dmitro Rizak. He did the Bloody Tears Tarot. So as you can see, it's ballpoint pen. And unlike the Bloody Tears Tarot, this is done with 7 different colors. I love that Temperance card. Of ballpoint pen. And yes, it is a pit deck. And it's garden themed. So there is earthy energy. Scenic earthy energy and stuff in the deck, which, if I remember right, I should have a flip through of this deck up shortly, and whether or not it goes up before this video or after this video, I do have a singles love reading in which I do use this particular deck in one of the piles, so don't be surprised if you end up seeing it. Okay, So let me continue to move on because we have 11 decks to go through. The next one is a Kickstarter Oracle. It's the Elemental Empath Oracle. Yes, this is geared towards female empaths, but because I'm an empath and I'm female, I can use this to read for other people, male or female, and it works fantastic. And I love the rose petal finish on the box. I just want to sit there and feel up the box, seriously, because that's what I did for like 5 minutes after I opened the package and realized what it was. And I've used this for clients. I've used this for readings on my channel. So if you follow my channel, you probably already see me use this deck. And it's fantastic. The photography, we have different models. Yes, the nudity is blanked out. There's different suits for the 5 elements. This covers so much ground. And it makes so much sense for me. And I love the guidebook. If you've seen my flip through of this deck, I love the guidebook because it tells you who the model is and who the photographer is for every single card in the deck, which props to them for giving credit where it's needed. So yeah, this is one of my favorite oracles right now. I've been using it like nonstop. All right, and for the rest of my decks, if you saw my Hay House deck haul, you're probably going to recognize all these because I've already covered them. This is the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle. This is one of the smallest decks I have. It's only 13 cards. It's basic divination tool, and I have her Fated Love Oracle Pocket version as well. Whether or not I combine these 2 decks in the future, I don't know. These are really hard to shuffle, but they are fun to use. I've actually used these for clients already, and it was so fantastic to have. It was great. And my next deck I'm going to show you, we're moving right along here, is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. As I stated previously in my Hay House deck haul, I was lacking oracles. Of course, this is the newer printing, so the banner is in blue instead of the old tan paper script that they had at the bottom, which is a shame because aesthetically I think I like that better. If I remember right, a lot of the community liked that first version, and when they reprinted, it was something that they changed, but I needed something more for oracles, so my deck haul was just that, an Oracle Splurge. And the next one, Messages from the Mermaids. I purposely selected this deck for keywords and the fact that it was mermaids in the hopes that it would pair significantly well with my Mermaid Tarot. And yes, it does. As of yet, I have not used this deck for clients, but I'm anxious to see where the keywords, my intuition and stuff will take me when I do utilize it. All right, and we're going to keep on going. The next one is Diana Cooper's Magic of the Unicorns Oracle. Okay, 80s baby. Grew up in the 90s, so yeah, lots of unicorn artwork. I am very well familiar with it. Really gotta love it. It's, you know, nostalgia, childhood, inner child stuff. So we will see what all I end up using this deck for, what I can tap into for this deck. And I've started, you know, a new series for deck strength and weaknesses, and it includes pairings. So I've already got the Beautiful Beast Tarot and whether or not this pairs with it. So we'll see what else it pairs with. This is my favorite card out of the entire deck. You can't go wrong with unicorns and dolphins, which is my totem. So I love it. All right, we have 2 more decks left. And for those who are familiar with the artist Chris Ann, the Lightseers Tarot, the Sacred Creators Oracle that she did, you are probably well aware of. The backings are similar to the Lightseers Tarot. I didn't have anything other than the Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann. This is what my ancestors called for. They already told me that I would not bond with the Creatures Tarot that she does. So I will not have that one in my collection. I debated it, and then I was told no for bonding issues. So, but I love this deck. I've actually used it for client readings already. And it was great because the person that I read for had changed their major to one that involved art, and that deck worked fabulous for them. And last but not least, my number one oracle that I wanted to purchase, because all I had was Colette Baron Reid's The Good Tarot, The Wisdom of the Oracle. Very famous, very well known, mass market deck. Most of us are familiar with this deck and how it is utilized, the fact that it covers a lot of ground. I've seen this one everywhere, and I kind of got to know it a little bit just vicariously through others, and I've been jonesing for it ever since. So on my deck haul, this was the number one deck they wanted me to purchase. And I've used this deck for clients already, and it was a very good experience, especially considering the person I was reading for was a skeptic. All right, my lovelies, that is all 11 decks for the second quarter. So we'll see what new decks come into my collection for the third quarter. So be on the lookout for it, probably towards the end of September sometime. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the decks I showed you. If these are ones that you have, let me know. If these are decks you rehomed, let me know and why you rehomed them. If you modified any of these decks in your collection because you own them, let me know how you did so. And if you turned any of these decks down for any reason, we're going to anti-haul them, not purchase them, etc. Let me know that as well. I'd be curious to have your input and opinions on it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.